our sovereignty but our martyrs. Meanwhile, more breaking news which is coming in. Left has come out, and you'll be surprised by this. The left has come out and backed this insult to our martyrs. CPM State Secretary Kodiyari Balakrishnan is having a meeting with the press at one of the posts. In fact, he has defended it. Let me go across to Vivek Karindalam, who's joining us with more details. Vivek, is it true that the left party has actually accepted and backed this damning allegation which has been made by KT Jaleel, gifting away a part of India as Azad Kashmir?
Yes, Satya. Now, what we understand is that, what we understand from the work of Kodiyari Balakrishnan, the CPM State Secretary, is that, they have, saying that they are yet to look into the fact what exactly has KT Jaleel said and on what context did he say that. Only after that they will be able to, connect. They will be able to comment on this particular issue. Remember, this has become an extremely controversial statement that was made by the former Minister of Higher Education. And now the LDF is clearly in a firefighting mode. They are trying to douse this particular controversy. As of now, Kodiyari Balakrishnan has clearly, resisted himself, desisted himself from reacting to this particular question. We asked him again and again as what has the CPM got to say as far as this issue is concerned. But he said, he needs to check on this particular issue. It really looks like the CPM is trying to distance away from this particular statement.
So the left has not condemned it. Left has not taken any action against this statement being made from its own leader that POK is actually Azad Kashmir. Let me go across to Major General G.D. Bakshi, a strategic analyst. General Saab, you've served there. Your men have served there. They have defended every inch of India and its borders literally with their lives. What do you make of the statement of one of the left leaders coming out and saying that part is actually Azad Kashmir, gifting away POK?
I mean, this is preposterous. Senior leaders of any political party at whatever level, I think they should be aware of the ground realities. Kashmir is ours, period. I mean, let's get that right. And we have now removed the last kind of vestiges of hesitation by holding in abeyance Article 370. What nonsense is this that POK is Azad? Which side of the fence is he staying on? He's not a Pakistani citizen that he has to conform by the nomenclatures imposed by revanchist Pakistan. Pakistan has no business in Jammu and Kashmir. The whole of Jammu and Kashmir, including POK, belongs to India, period. That is the legal position. And there is no contestation. And if you think otherwise, you are welcome to change your passport. If you feel so strongly inclined to Pakistani views and their ideas on life, go and join Pakistan.
And we all know, General Bakshi, what happens to those who are in POK. The kind of atrocities that they have been facing in the hands of Pakistani forces, the ISI, as well as their border forces. The way that they are being tortured day in and day out. They do not want to be under Pakistan themselves. General Bakshi, those are the realities.
Absolutely. Please see the suffering of the people of Gilgit-Baltistan. They are Shias. And the way the Pakistani army has virtually committed genocide there, the way they have robbed and raped their resources. Look at the people of that so-called POK, that Azad Kashmir portion of Kashmir. You know what are the slogans there? Ye jo dehshat gardi hai, uske piche vardi. Vardi means the Pakistan army is an army of occupation. That is what they feel.
But General Bakshi, in fact, that's interesting. Mr. KT Jaleel has said that Pakistan has no control over it. Perhaps you can explain the facts on the ground for him. He says Pakistan has no control. It is Azad Kashmir.
I think he has no control over his tongue. And that is his problem. He should read first. He should acquaint himself with the facts before he goes on national television or he makes statements to the press.
Right.
I think that is the least he can do.
Right.
You should
Thank you
check
so much,
facts.
General Bakshi. And your outrage is completely understandable. Your men have fought for every inch of India and its sovereignty. And this is being seen as a massive insult to the martyrdom of our braves at the borders. Let me go across to Vivek Karindala. Vivek, what is appalling is that so far, when was the statement made? And till now, why has no action been taken? And is silence by the left tantamount to their acceptance of the statement? Well, we'll try and reconnect with Vivek Karindalam as well, but we are just speaking to one of the former generals who says that it is an insult to our martyrs. And he said, read up about the history of India, read about India's sovereignty before you make a statement that POK is Azad Kashmir and that it is not under Pakistan's control. Day in and day out, there are videos of atrocities which we have seen. Remember, it's a Shia-dominated area, Gilgit-Baltistan, and that is where Pakistan's security forces have been carrying out genocide against the Kashmiris. Yes, they are Kashmiris and they are an integral part of India. Let me go across to Vivek. Vivek, the silence of the left, the fact that there is no condemnation, not even action being taken against KT Jaleel, does it mean that they implicitly back the statement?
See, when we asked this question to CPM State Secretary Kodiyeri Balakrishnan repeatedly in the press meet, he said that he is not aware of this and, only after looking into this detailed issue onto this statements that he will be able to comment on this. We also tried to ask to other CPM leaders as what they have to say on this. They said that they don't want to quote controversy. So basically, it looks like the CPM is trying to distance itself from this issue. Even though in number of instances, there has been such comments, insensitive comments when it comes to Kashmir and other, issues as far as border regions are concerned. CPM has made such statements earlier, and in some cases they are even retracted. But in this particular statement that's made by KT Jaleel, none of the CPM leaders have commented. What Kodiyeri Balakrishnan said is they need to check on what context has KT Jaleel said this, and only then that they can comment on this. Basically, the party is trying to distance itself from this issue. Remember, this post was put today morning, where KT Jaleel has mentioning about a meet that took place in Amritsar, where there were a number of Malayali organizations which were he actually spoke about the culture in Amritsar in Punjab, and then in the 8th paragraph, this particular statement came, where he compared Pak-occupied Kashmir to Azad Kashmir. He also said that there was an army at that point of time. There was a battalion during the time of Zia-ul Haq while he was the president of Pakistan. And he also made a real reference towards the army officials. He said that after the abrogation of Article 370, the people over there are not happy. There is no smiles on the people. It's only
he forgets how the Tiranga today has been flying high over the rally. But we really hope that politics is put aside, appeasements put aside, and at least the history of India, the sovereignty of India is known to everyone, especially the politicians, before they make statements such as this. Thank you so much, Vivek, for getting us that story. With that, a short break. Don't go anywhere.